When is it okay to just leave your dance partner on the dance floor halfway through the dance or the beginning of the dance and just walk off? When is it okay? Hello, my beautiful subscribers. Rasa the dancer is here. And we have this topic all the time. When is it okay to actually leave somebody on the dance floor? They invited you to dance, or you maybe even invited them. But when is it okay to leave them on the dance floor and just walk off? Okay? That's the question of today. And if you're thinking about the fact that anytime it's okay because you're there to enjoy yourself and you're not nobody's forcing you to dance with anybody the whole song if you don't want to, if you're not enjoying it. Wrong. Okay, when you come to the dance floor, there is etiquette. You can walk off anytime you want, of course, but you should have a reason why. You can't just abandon people, traumatize them for life. That's not the etiquette, okay? You should have whether a reason to walk off, or if you have no reason, you should at least explain to that person, I'm so sorry, I just cannot anymore. It's not you, it's me, or something. So in this video, I will give you my thoughts of when it actually is okay to just walk off, even if you don't say anything. First, and I think it's really, really obvious one, of course, if somebody is being sexually inappropriate. Yes, if a man asks you to dance and he starts groping you or saying something or whatever, if it seems like it, and even if you think it's very minor, but you tell them to or show them that it's not okay and they still keep doing it, any kind of like sexual predator kind of thing. And the same goes, by the way, for the guys, like if the girl is being too sexual or whatever and you kind of try to let them know that it's not okay and they still keep doing it, absolutely fine, walk off. Yes, it is unacceptable, and people should learn that the dance floor is supposed to be a safe environment for everybody to come and be together and be close, and it's supposed to be with respect and not some sort of sexual agenda. If you want a sexual agenda, go to the bar, talk to the people, find like-minded people, and then do your thing. But if you're on the dance floor and you're dancing, you invited somebody to dance, leave your sexual innuendos in your, I wanted to say pockets, but no, don't leave it in your pockets. Leave it in your head and keep it there. Oh, it could have been so bad. So, anytime when that happens, feel free to leave the dance. The second one that I think is quite appropriate to leave in the midst of dancing and leave your partner on the dance floor if you're in pain. I think that's absolutely legit, although it depends whether you just abandon them or you give them like a sentence. So if something happens and you're in pain or whatever, I would say, I'm so sorry, I'm having a little bit of pain, and then I would leave. I wouldn't just let go and just storm off, right? Or let's say you're dancing and your partner is doing some moves that really hurt you. Then I would first say, I'm so sorry, can you do this differently because it hurts me a little bit, or I feel a little bit of pain. My body is very vulnerable today. Could you do everything softer? And I would still keep dancing. And if they wouldn't try and tone it down for me so I would be comfortable, then I would say, I'm so sorry, I'm gonna have to go take a break because this dance is a little bit too much for my body. But I wouldn't just abandon them, you know what I mean? If they are just being completely ignoring me and at all, then I would say, I'm so sorry, I just cannot finish this dance because it is hurting me a little bit too much. But I would still say something. I wouldn't just go, oh, you know what I mean? I would still say something. It doesn't cost me anything to say that kind of thing. So I think it's absolutely okay. Like if you're in pain, you should be able to, you shouldn't just suffer through it because the damage could be even greater. So it's not worth it. But I would try and say something first and give a person a chance to actually soften things and do it better. But if this is not happening, it is okay to leave, I think. Now, this one is controversial. I do believe it is okay to leave the person on the dance floor if they smell badly. like really, really, really bad. I'm not talking like you just don't like their scent. I'm talking like full on where you need to hold your breath. I think it's okay to leave them. Um, it is not okay to leave them without them knowing why. The thing is, the reason why this is so controversial, again, I would say something because I always, tell people the truth in the nicest way possible and they will appreciate it. But it's not everybody's job to fix everybody's problems, right? So why should you, dance with that person over and over again when you literally feel like you're gonna throw up? Does that make sense? So I understand somebody asked you to dance, you didn't know they smell, but then they smell so badly and then you just couldn't. But then at least, lie and say, I'm so sorry, I just desperately need to go to the bathroom. And then come out of the bathroom. But it's not going to resolve the problem because they're going to ask you again. But then you can say no, right? So, but I would say something. I would probably somehow dance the whole dance, and then afterwards I would take them on a side and would say something like, by the way, maybe it's not my place, but I thought maybe you would like to know, you might need to refresh yourself a little bit in the bathroom, maybe, you've been dancing a lot or something, and I feel like you need a little bit of refreshment. Yeah? Huh? Okay. I would say it. No shame. I would say it. And I wish somebody would say it to me. If I smell, I hope somebody takes me on the side and says, by the way, deodorant much? Yeah, something like that. So, but I think in general, as I say, it's not everybody's job to fix everybody's problems. If you're in a mood and you're kind and you have that in you, you should. But otherwise, I think it's okay to make an excuse and stop the dance rather than suffer through it. And I would say one thing when it's not okay. This is a big one for me. This is not okay. You can't leave people on the dance floor just because you're not having a good time. Like emotionally. You're not enjoying yourself. Why should you suffer? You should suffer then. Finding joy depends on you, okay? If he's not, or she, if they're not making you hurt, like you're not in pain, if they're not like abusing you in any sexual way, if they're smiling and being kind to you, and you're just not having a good time with them dancing, that's on you. Okay? Then find joy in the music, or entertain yourself with styling, or whatever that might be, or think about dinner that you're gonna have afterwards. I don't care. But don't just, leave somebody on the dance floor just because you're not having a good time. Like that's on you, and you leaving traumas, that person is gonna be traumatized. It takes a lot of courage to dance with somebody in the partner work. So you're just gonna traumatize that person just because you were not having a good time for no other reason. So try and find, joy in your life that you could reflect into your dances, because it takes time and a lot of effort and, many years to get super good so that you could get excited to dance with them. So, but in the meantime, it's a process for the other person, and they are on a journey, and your part of the journey is to make sure that people have a nice experience when they dance with you. Yes? So that's one point that I wanted to make about when I really don't appreciate when people just leave other people on the dance floor. Okay, this is the time when you use the comments. Let me know if I missed something. What are for you the deal breakers? When would you just leave somebody on a dance floor? And more interestingly, has it ever happened to you that somebody left you on a dance floor halfway through? And if you don't mind sharing, that would be so interesting to hear. And do you know the reasons why? So let me know. Give me all the juicy details. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Show me some love. And I'm gonna leave you here with other social videos that you can keep exploring and educating yourself. Thank you so much, guys. Sending you my love, and I'll see you soon.